Hey everyone, this is Trucker Wayne on Facebook, Wayne Craig on LinkedIn. I am coming to you today with back to the basics. If you're new into the industry, maybe you're struggling in your second year, we're going to get back to the basics. I had a great question. It was great just because this happens to so many of us in our first year. But the person wrote to me on my Trucker Wayne Facebook page and said that he was teaming, doesn't have his year in yet, and him and his team were running great. Now, according to him, this is why I just give advice like this, because I'm not in that truck. A lot of times the companies will say something different than what the person talking to me is saying. But really, what it comes down to is he was saying that they were running great, running their 11 hours, running great teams. Now, all of a sudden, the last month or so, they've actually got runs where they've had to wait for 2 days to pick up a load in their teaming, and they don't get detention pay because the load was not supposed to be picked up for 2 days. This kind of stuff is extremely common in your first year. It just is. Unfortunately, it is. He asked me what my opinion on that is. I can't help you with that, but what I can do is say that this is when you have to stop relying on other people. You can ask me the question, and I am going to give you some advice here. But when stuff like that starts to happen and you have to sit for 2 days, first of all, that's just poor planning. It just is. I don't care what the company says. I have 8 years, 875,000 miles. The company I work for right now, if we wait for 1 hour, they pay us $100. It's poor planning, all right? And they can make all the excuses that they want, but there may be other things going on. They may have gotten on some sort of shit list. The person talking to me isn't the other team member. Maybe the team member said something. What you need to do is you need to reach out to the driver liaison, whoever it may be. Almost all the new beginning truck driver companies have some sort of liaison, some sort of person that you can reach out to and say exactly what you said to me. They're the ones that can do something about it if they want to. Tell them, and by the way, they wrote extremely professional. That's so important. I've talked about this before. Be professional, stick to the facts, don't get emotional. Say, this is what we did. This is what we were doing, and now all of a sudden they're making us wait for a couple days. Stay professional, stay focused. Believe me, I have. Now, not lately have I went off the rails. I haven't. I've changed the way I look at things, and I've noticed that once I stopped going off the rails at people when I think I'm right, better things are coming my way the last few years. And I'm in my 50s. So keep it professional, reach out to the driver liaison, and then just keep going up and up and up until you get the answer, or maybe you don't get the answer that you want. And then that's going to be the choice that you have to make to move on or just stick it out. The first year and the first 2 years are tough. They are, because you have to sit for 2 days, and you're kind of bound to them depending on if you went to the C1 school. Everyone, I think, if you're professional about it, and if you talk to someone like you wrote that letter to me, extremely professional, I think you'll get somewhere, at least get some answers to say, we'll try. Maybe they'll say they'll try not to make you wait for 2 days, because I'm not in the truck. I really don't know what's going on. I don't. I hate to say facts, because what if the company's right? What if something happened that the person is leaving out? What if your teammate did something? But there are so many steps that you can do and use to get what you need your first year or two, especially when you're in the contract with C1 and Driver Solutions. Reach out. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. Talk and try to keep going each step, because most of the time, the companies that let new drivers start have heard about just about anything, and a lot of times they're very receptive if you just keep going up the ladder saying, listen, this is what we did. And then I'll leave it at this. Your perception of what's going on may be completely different than what the company's perception of what you and your teammate, or just maybe your teammate, I keep saying that, maybe something happened when you were sleeping and pissed somebody off. But if you talk to them professionally, then you can get a better idea of what you need to do, because they've heard it all, especially in that first year, especially when you're trying to bring out your, do your contract type thing. And that's how you get into school at Driver Solutions in C1. Then you pick the school that you go to, but not just them, any school, a lot of companies do it. You go on to certain companies, let's say not even through Driver Solutions or C1, and they have you work a year and pay off your school. Talk to someone professionally. Don't go off the handle. I'm telling you from experience. I'm repeating that because it's important. Better things came my way when I just kept it professional. If I didn't like what was going on, I moved on, but I have 8 years in, I can do that. So that was a great question, because if you just, I can't, it's great that you ask me the questions too, because then that gives me the topics to talk about, but I can't change anything. My advice is to reach out. Reach out to the people that are there to help you out, because more likely they will help you out. This is Trucker Wayne on Facebook, Wayne Craig on LinkedIn. Hopefully you're enjoying the, hey, get back to the basics with Driver Solutions and C1. Hey, if you know what, if you're looking for a gift for your truck driver, Christmas is right around the corner. Go to www.truckdrivergifts.com. It'll be embedded in this. It's a great resource to get something. The trucker, if you're watching this, you're not a trucker, but your loved one is, great place, great resource to get something, the trucker in your life. I'm out. Have a great day.